Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the channel. NFL recap video today, and we're going to pull up the slate for this coming NFL weekend, and we're going to start circling games that we like. We're going to go over every game in today's video. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Basically, at this point in the week, we go over how we did on the past weekend, update the whiteboard, and look into the next weekend. You know what? I'm really disappointed, and this was our worst NFL week yet. We've been doing extremely good this year. I mean, we're up positive in both sports, significantly better in college football. I was really feeling this NFL slate here. We put too many units on that parlay. The Bills screwed us. Lions and Dolphins, we knew were a home run. Both of those teams actually covered the spread, yet alone won their game, and the Bills just couldn't come through. And I said in the video, I'm like, I know it's overseas, and I know it might be a flat spot over killing the Dolphins. Okay, well, if I'm making those points, I shouldn't have bet the game. Bills killed us. That was a 3-unit play. That parlay, we sent too heavy. Saints, Eagles, Falcons, cash in those. Those were all good picks. The Saints and the Eagles particularly were dialed in. The Vikings, I took the shot on the Vikings just based on the reverse line movement. That didn't pan out. You can't bet against Mahomes. It should just be an automatic. It's either Chiefs or pass every single game. If you don't like the matchup for the Chiefs, you don't bet that game. If you like it, you take the Chiefs. You never bet against Mahomes. Learned my lesson there. Titans, extremely unlucky. The Titans absolutely would have covered the spread if Richardson played the whole game. He got hurt. Minshew finished the game. Minshew is significantly better, okay? He doesn't start because Richardson's kind of the investment for the franchise, right? He's like he's hopefully for them the face of their franchise for the foreseeable future. So they're kind of forcing him into the games, but he's not the best quarterback on the roster. We got screwed there. If Richardson played the whole game, Titans would have covered. And then Denver, I don't know. I don't know why I thought Denver was ever worth putting a fucking penny on, but whatever. 3-4, and we lost 5 units. Really bad week. Really bad week. I mean, the parlay alone and the Titans getting unlucky with the quarterback situation is basically either being down or breaking even. So, a couple bad breaks, and we're down, but that'll still put us at about 500 for football. So we're still not down money in the NFL, and we're killing college. By the way, this college slate, oh my God, it's beautiful. There's 6 or 7, and I hate this word, but there's 6 or 7 locks. There really are. And those picks will be out this week. So let's update the whiteboard. We went 3-4, and we lost 5 units. All right, so NFL, we're now 18-17, a little over 500, and we're at even money. We're not down or up any units in NFL. In college, we're 24-13, up 11 units. So college has been doing quite well. All right, so now that's out of the way. Let's just get that out of our heads. Let's move forward. Let's actually use our brains this week. Man, that's so frustrating. So dumb. God, it's like, what are you doing? Denver Broncos? We put money on the Denver fucking Broncos? Why? We bet against Mahomes? Why? Damn. Like, it's easy in 2020 hindsight to look back and, if those bets hit, you would have been like, oh, well, those are extremely sharp plays. We faded Mahomes in the right spot. That's whatever. All right, here we go. Upcoming games. Let's get to it. Thursday Night Football is Denver. It is the Chiefs. I will be absolutely fading the Broncos here. Now, the Chiefs kind of are a team. Last year, sometimes this year, they know when they have an opponent that's not even close to them, and they just kind of do what they got to do to win the game. Like, they know they can just go cruise control, save some energy, be smart, maybe even not play starters in the fourth quarter, just kind of cruise to victory. Spread's 10.5. I mean, you would think the Broncos would try, right? When you're down but that much, but honestly, at this point, the Broncos are so bad, I actually think you get to a point with the team where they start checking out. The players, they just don't care anymore. Everyone's checking out. The effort's going to be down. There's going to be a big disconnect between their players and head coach Sean Payton. I don't think anyone likes Sean Payton at this point. Russell Wilson is absolutely horrible. And even if the Chiefs are on cruise control, not exactly giving their best effort here, I think they absolutely cruise to a victory. I just don't see Denver staying within 10.5. I'm going to circle the Chiefs for now. And you bet the Chiefs are a good teaser leg. So Denver plus 10.5 at Kansas City. Ravens, Titans. I want to go back to the Titans because their home and away splits at this point in the season. It's crazy. At home, Lamar Jackson, not my favorite guy. Titans getting 4 points. Low total. The total sits at 40.5. I'm going to circle the Titans. You know? Baltimore off just a horrible loss. Titans coming off a little bit more of like, what am I trying to say? It's not like they had a bad break at the end of the game and had like this big, like emotional letdown. Like, man, I can't believe we blew the game. Like, no, they legit got beat. You know, they're off a legitimate loss. They lost to the Colts. Minshew is significantly better than Richardson. They got beat. They're coming home. They're getting 4 points against Baltimore. Maybe Baltimore wins the game. I think I like the Titans here. Getting 4 points at home. They've just been significantly. They're just wildly better at home. The defense, everything's better at home for the Titans. And that would make, I think, 4 weeks in a row of they go on the road as a short underdog, they get killed. They come home as a short underdog, they win. So maybe the trend just continues. 49ers, Browns. Spread's only 5. That's interesting. The Browns are definitely a team they at least have the physicality to hang with the Niners. But I'm going to kind of put the Niners in the same category as the Chiefs. In terms of betting, I'm just not willing to go against them. I mean, I would lean the Browns. I would lean the Browns plus 5. They're going to be fired up. The 49ers have to lose eventually. Maybe this is a spot where you just let a loss happen. Maybe Purdy actually gets rattled because Cleveland's defense is incredible. So maybe finally Brock Purdy makes a mistake or two. And the Browns pull the upset off. I'm just not willing to go against the 49ers at this point in time. Commanders, Falcons. You know, we were on the Falcons last week. I thought it was a good spot. I think people were starting to get too high on the Texans. Here, I'm not so sure. I'm probably going to pass that game. Carolina and Miami, spread at 13.5. I'm just not willing to lay a number that high right now. Carolina's really going to be looking for that win at some point. I mean, I guess they could be. See, Carolina already has a quarterback. They're not going to be tanking for Caleb Williams. You'd figure they'd be scratching and clawing to get their first win. That's just not a good spot to do it. Vikings and the Bears, that's an ugly divisional game. No idea. I'm going to pass on that. Colts, Jacksonville. Maybe the Jaguars come home and lose, right? Maybe they can only win overseas, right? So they get their 2 wins overseas. They're riding high after the Bills game. Now they're at home, a place where they literally somehow always beat the Colts. With the Richardson injury and Minshew playing for the Colts, maybe the Colts finally go down to Jacksonville as an underdog and get a win here. I'd lean the Colts. I'm just not willing to take the road team. Saints, Texans. I think people are still high. Even after the loss, people are still too high on the Texans. I think the Saints' momentum from the Patriots game carries over. Spread's 1.5. I don't love laying points with a road team in the NFL, but I think we just have to go with them here. I think we're going to go with the money line. It sits at minus 124. I don't want to mess with the 1.5. We're going to go money line on the Saints. I'm going to circle that. There's a good chance that does make the official plays video that'll come out later this week. They're just the better team, the better roster. They finally got right. The offense got cooking. I know the Patriots are just so bad. Some people would argue they're the worst team in the league. So maybe that big win for the Saints shouldn't carry as much credit, and I understand that. Texans, a team that's shown good fight. Now they're coming off a loss, bounce back spot at home. I could see the argument for both sides. Maybe we do ultimately stay away from that game. Guys, we're going through a lot of games here, and I don't really love anything yet. This is bad. Seahawks at Bengals. I mean, what do you do here? Are the Bengals back? They looked good in the last game, but can we expect that again? Seahawks have the potential. They have the potential. 3-point underdog. Do we grab the 3 with Seattle? Again, road team. Do you want to bet against Joe Burrow? The Bengals look like they're kind of figuring it out. I can't get there. I'm just gonna have to pass again. Patriots Raiders. I think we're gonna. God, I hate betting on Jimmy Garoppolo. I just don't like it. But the Patriots are so bad. Man, that spread's 3.5. I just don't love it. I'm going to circle the Raiders for now. I don't love it. Patriots at Raiders. Just ugly, 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 ugly. Why isn't there a lock somewhere on this slate? Lions, Buccaneers. Interesting. Lions, Buccaneers. Lions, Buccaneers. Again, what do you do? Lions are better, but they're on the road. Lions have won a lot of games. Bucks, they've kind of fallen off the radar just enough now to where they can kind of sneak up on people again, right? They have the talent. They have a good enough roster. The Bucks can win this game. They're a 3-point underdog. It's at home. Low total. I'd lean Buccaneers at home, but again, guys, are we going to do this? Are we going to bet against the Lions with Baker Mayfield? Are we really going to do that? It's just risky. I mean, can we find a lock here? I mean, this is crazy. This slate is the ugliest I've ever seen. This might be the first week I have no official plays for NFL. We might take the fucking week off. Arizona and the Rams. Again, what do you do? What do you do? At least the Rams lost last week. Bounce back spot. Cardinals, they've shown heart, but was that just kind of a fraudulent 3 or 4 weeks out of that team where it kind of looked like they were like good? Maybe they're really not. Maybe they really are the Cardinals that we expected them to be. But the spread's 6.5. It's a pretty big number. Rams at home. Again, what do you do? Here we go. We finally have a pick. Eagles -6.5. They're at the Jets. The Jets are a complete fraud. I hate the Jets. I think their quarterback sucks. I think the team sucks. I don't like the coaching staff. I think the Eagles absolutely destroy them. I think the Eagles absolutely run through the Jets. I'm just not buying it. Okay, so they won 2 games. I'm not buying it. I think I'm going to lay the 6.5 with the Eagles. Great teaser spot. They're not losing. And then we're up to Sunday Night Football. Giants and Buffalo. Pretty good spot for the Buffalo. My God, 14 is a huge spread for the NFL. Massive. But the Giants, they're undoubtedly the worst team in the NFL. Bills off a loss. They were overseas. Now they're going to be home. Should be pretty rowdy. Sunday Night Football, that place will be rocking. We saw what the Dolphins did to the Giants. I think it was a 15-point margin of victory. Can the Bills cover 14? I mean, the Bills are better than the Dolphins. The Bills are off a loss. 14, though. 14 in the NFL is crazy. It's a low total. The total's at 44.5. That generally laying 14. I mean, I guess it's because they just don't expect the Giants to score at all. So I guess it could be, 30-14 could be the score there. 16-point margin. That would be over the spread. I think you're just kind of playing with fire here with a number that big. I'm going to circle the Bills. I don't love it. And our final game, Cowboys-Chargers. I don't know. Cowboys are a favorite on the road. I don't know why. Dak Prescott's so bad. But the Chargers, can we trust the Chargers? It is at least a bounce back spot for the Cowboys. Cowboys are like a coin flip. They either look really good, super dominant, you think they're one of the better teams in the league, or they completely lay an egg, completely self-destruct, and they're horrible. Chargers, I don't know. I think I hate going against teams that are off a loss because their effort should be good the following week. That's what we have here. I don't want to go against Cowboys, but Dak is horrible. We saw what the Chargers pass rush did to the Raiders. That was impressive. Dak under pressure, horrible. Kind of like the Chargers here on the money line to pull the upset off. I just don't trust the Cowboys. I'm going to circle the Chargers for now. And that's it. So, I mean, that's an ugly slate. That's an ugly slate. I love college this week. I hate this NFL slate. I don't know what kind of official picks I'm going to come up with this week. We'll see if we come up with any. I'll see you in the next video.